Phải phụ. Dạ.
Ngon mặn quá.
Bao hộ vệ.
Dương Quyền soái, có chuyện gì vậy?
Nửa canh giờ trước Trung quân quan tới báo có 1.000 kỵ binh cấm quân tiến vào phủ thành Định Tây. Người cầm đầu chính là phó tổng quản Mã Triều Hiền, nói là phụng chỉ truy nã phản tặc.
Mã Triều Hiền?
Đúng vậy.
Mã Triều Hiền là tay sai của Tương Dương Dương. Chuyện dùng Ly Miêu quán thái tử cũng là do chính hắn và Tương Dương Dương bày ra.
Tonight, President Trump revealing one aspect of police reform he might support, signaling he's open to a ban on officers using chokeholds, but also voicing reservations in a Fox News interview.
I think the concept of chokeholds sounds so innocent, so perfect, and then you realize if it's a one-on-one, now if it's two-on-one, that's a little bit of a different story, depending. But if a police officer is in a bad scuffle and he's got somebody.
Well, if it's a one-on-one fight for the life.
Yeah, and that does happen. And that does happen. So you have to be careful. With that being said, it would be, I think, a very good thing that, generally speaking, it should be ended.
The president saying he's close to finalizing an executive order that would improve police training, but has yet to offer specifics. And he was asked what he would say to protesters about George Floyd's death.
I think it's a shame. I think it's a disgrace, and it's got to stop. At the same time, you also know that we have incredible people in law enforcement, and we have to cherish them and take care of them. And we can't let something like this, where you have a bad apple, go out and, destroy the image of of millions of people that take really good care of us.
The president is grappling with how to address the concerns of protesters, with some advisors telling NBC News they're worried he is only focused on his base. The president at times heard saying of the protesters, "These aren't my voters," according to 3 people familiar with the comments. Responding to our report, a White House official saying, quote, "The president doesn't see the protesters as directly about him," which is accurate. It's a result of decades of racism in our country. Meanwhile, after criticism of his upcoming rally in Tulsa on the anniversary of the end of slavery, the president says the date was not chosen on purpose.
It wasn't done for that reason, but it's an interesting date, but it's a celebration.
Later, touting his record, invoking Abraham Lincoln.
I think I've done more for the black community than any other president, and let's take a pass on Abraham Lincoln, because he did good, although it's always questionable. In other words, the end result.
Well, we are free, Mr. President.
But we
You
are
did pretty
free.
well.
You understand what I mean.
Yeah, no,
so
I
I'm
get
going to take a pass on Honest Abe, as we call
But
it.
you say you've done more than
Well,
anyone.
criminal justice reform. Nobody else could have done it. I did it.
And tonight, the RNC announcing it's moving the Republican convention to Jacksonville. The president pulled the event from Charlotte, where the governor had required social distancing guidelines.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
The strongest, most advanced Silverados ever.
Con gà này lăm lắm quá.
Tonight, Tonight, the stunning about face from the nation's top military officer, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, apologizing for his role in President Trump's photo op at a church after that violent crackdown on peaceful protesters outside the White House. And what we've just learned, did the general nearly resign over it? Also, the plunge on Wall Street, the worst day for stocks in 3 months as fears grow of a second wave of COVID-19. Tonight, where the virus is surging amid a new round of reopenings. Plus, our new reporting on just how soon we could have a vaccine and the first of its kind surgery in the U.S. for a COVID patient. The president igniting a firestorm with plans to hold his first rally in months on Juneteenth in the city where one of the most horrific incidents of racial violence.
Despite the coronavirus concerns, President Trump is returning to the campaign trail next week with a major rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Even though Dr. Anthony Fauci of his own coronavirus task force says that it's still not safe for large gatherings like this one. But that's not the only concern about the rally. The president is under fire about where and when it's taking place. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Carl.
As the president prepares to hold his first political rally in months, the government's top expert on coronavirus has a stark warning. Attending a rally is risky.
The best way that you can avoid either acquiring or transmitting infection is to avoid crowded places, to wear a mask whenever you're outside.
Dr. Fauci is equally blunt in warning those who attend protests around the country.
When you start to chant and shout, even though the instinct is to pull the mask down, which you see, don't do that, because there is a risk there, and it's a real risk.
Even as there are clear indications of increasing infections in several parts of the country, Dr. Fauci tells ABC News he hasn't met with the president in over a week. And the message from the White House today is that there is no increased threat.
I spoke to our health experts at some length last evening. They are saying there is no second spike. Let me repeat that. There is no second spike.
Those attending the president's rally next week in Oklahoma must accept these terms, saying they won't sue if they get infected with COVID-19. The date and venue of the rally is also getting a lot of criticism. It's on June 19th, a day commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. And it's in Tulsa, just blocks away from the site of what is believed to be the deadliest incident of racial violence in American history. This isn't just a wink to white supremacists, tweeted Senator Kamala Harris. He's throwing them a welcome party. The president defended the planned rally in an interview with Fox News.
Your rally in Oklahoma is set for June 19th.
That's right. And at this point, police say they have been unable to track this woman down. They have been to several addresses. As a matter of fact, one of the victims in one of these incidents managed to get a shot of the suspect's license plate. They gave it to police. Police tracked that plate, went to the address. No one's been home. So police do need help finding her. The Torrance police chief says that the woman now linked to 3 racial attacks in her city is 56-year-old Lena Hernandez, a Long Beach woman who has ties to Torrance.
This is not just for you! Get the out of this world! Get the out of this state! Go back to whatever Asian country you belong in!
That would explain why Hernandez was captured on video in Wilson Park Wednesday.
You listen to me. We don't play games here anymore, okay? Next time you ever talk to me like that, you're gonna get your kicked by my family. They're gonna you up.
Unleashing a hate-filled tirade on not just one Asian American exercising here.
Great. Did you just make a racist comment?
You know what? I am not a racist person.
You just made a
But you know
racist
what?
comment.
You need to go home.
I am from here.
But also lobbing racial slurs and profanity at a second man and his son at the same Torrance Park.
Respect. Respect people. Lady.
Understand your language.
Respect.
Officers have tried to find Lena Hernandez with no luck. Police confirm she's also the suspect in a third disturbing racial incident involving assault